So in our last two lessons, we talked about fragments, which are not complete sentences, and run-ons, which are too much for one sentence. If this was the fairy tale Goldilocks and the Three Bears, then I'm sure you know which type of sentence comes next. The just right sentence. A just right sentence has at least one subject, one predicate, and is a complete thought. Now there are three main types of just right sentences. You have the simple sentence, the compound sentence, and the complex sentence. They are all different, but they are all sentences. Today we will discuss the most basic form of sentence, the simple sentence. I've invited Nicky, T-Bone, and Wanda to help demonstrate examples of simple sentences. Hi Nicky, hi Wanda, hi T-Bone.
Hi Mom, and I'm Patrick.
Hi Mom, and I'm Jessica.
Hi Mrs. A, glad to be here.
Well, I'd like to thank all of you for coming. I'm so glad you could make it.
You said we had to be here.
You're so funny, Nicky. So you know, the subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is about. That's pretty easy. We also know the predicate is what's happening. Also pretty easy. But as a former teacher, I know what used to confuse my students. They mixed up subject with noun. If the sentence was, the leaves on the tree fell to the ground, they would say the subject was the leaves. Wrong. The subject would be the leaves on the tree. They also made the same mistake with the predicate. They would say the predicate was fell, when it was actually fell to the ground. To show you the difference, I will let Nicky, T-Bone, and Wanda become the subject of the sentence, and they will create a predicate. Okay, Wanda, you are the subject of a sentence. Add a predicate to Wanda.
Like, Wanda tapped her fingers on the table?
Perfect. That's a simple sentence. Subject Wanda, predicate tapped her fingers on the table.
Nicky fell asleep on the table.
Good. You want to wake him up? Good. A simple subject. Subject Nicky, predicate fell asleep on the table. So how about you, T-Bone?
T-Bone smiled. Oh.
Great. A true simple sentence. Subject T-Bone, predicate smiled. And guess what? Subjects are more than people. They can be objects, places, and things too. I will now give you an object, and you can give me a predicate to make a simple sentence. Nicky, we'll start with you. Since we're sitting in a library, I'll give you book.
The book fell off the shelf.
Now, a simple sentence can have adjectives and adverbs. Do you want to add to that sentence?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the pumpkin-shaped book fell off the shelf.
Okay, I like it. Wanda, why don't you try window?
The window was open.
You know, you can add to it also.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
I guess I'm not sure. Okay, the window facing the garden was slightly open.
That's what I'm talking about. Subject, the window facing the garden. Predicate was slightly open. And it's still a simple sentence. One subject, one predicate, and a complete thought. T-Bone, how about chair?
The soft brown chair felt good after sitting on the bleachers.
You're getting ahead of us, but that's okay. You added prepositional phrases. I love prepositional phrases because they give us more information by showing a relationship between the noun or pronoun and the rest of the sentence. They act like adjectives or adverbs. Your sentence has two prepositional phrases. The first is after sitting, and the second is on the bleachers. So your subject is the soft brown chair, and your predicate is felt good after sitting on the bleachers. Believe it or not, still a simple sentence. One subject, one predicate, and a complete thought. And you get extra credit for using two prepositional phrases and painting a vivid picture.
Yes, extra credit.
You do realize we're not being graded, right?
It's okay, I still got extra credit.
Okay, Nicky, could you add a prepositional phrase to your sentence? If you do a good job, I'll give you extra credit.
Oh, okay. Like, the pumpkin-shaped book on the edge of the shelf fell off.
Perfect. Subject, the pumpkin-shaped book on the edge of the shelf, and the predicate is fell off. You know what? You did a great job. You get extra credit too.
Yes.
Okay. Wanda, how about your sentence?
Okay. The window near the garden was slightly open.
All right, very good. Remember, adding a prepositional phrase gives the reader more information, and a simple sentence will stay simple. Like T-Bone ran down the street. Down the street is the prepositional phrase that gives more detail and is part of the predicate. Nicky walked up a hill. Up a hill is part of the predicate and tells us where Nicky walked. Now, there's something else you should know about simple sentences, and this is where kids often get confused. You can have a compound subject and a compound predicate.
Huh? Wouldn't that be a compound sentence?
Nope. Try to stay with me here. You can have more than one subject, like Nicky and T-Bone, or students and teachers, and it's still a simple sentence.
How can a compound predicate be part of a simple sentence? Shouldn't something clearly labeled simple be simple? Sounds like false advertising.
Well, before you hire an attorney, let me show you. My mom washed dishes and cleaned the stove is a simple sentence with a compound predicate. It just means the subject did more than one action.
What if I said, just as an example, T-Bone walked Wanda home and carried her books?
Exactly. Subject is T-Bone. Predicate is walked Wanda home and carried her books. Still a simple sentence. So, to review, a simple sentence is a sentence with at least one subject, at least one predicate, and a complete thought. It can include compound subjects, which means more than one, and it can include compound predicates, also more than one. It can also include prepositional phrases. Make sure when you write, you avoid fragments and run-ons and use only real sentences, including the simple sentence.
Remember, writing strong, simple sentences is as easy as winning a one-man race.
How can you win a one-man race?
I think the question you're looking for is how can you lose a one-man race? I don't know, but my uncle does it all the time.
So, from Nicky Fifth, T-Bone, Wanda, and myself, we'd like to thank you for joining us and wish you happy writing.